The Selfish Path to Romance. Download Chapter 1 for free at drkenner.com and at amazon.com.
Don, you have some problems with sex?
Yeah, Dr. Kenner, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to talk to you. We carry you now on Kenner-BTO, and I'm scared to have sex and have a girlfriend outside marriage. I'm less sexually frustrated by all the things I've seen in my life.
Okay. How old are you?
52, never been married, single.
Okay. So you said that your girlfriend you're single, right?
Yeah, I'm single. I don't have a girlfriend right now, but with all that's going on, VD and so forth, venereal disease, I sort of backed off, and it's caused problems. I was even cross-dressing in public and got put in a mental institution. I was going to extremism.
Okay, so you don't have VD. You don't have any venereal diseases, right?
No.
And you're worried about, with a girlfriend, whether she may give you a lifetime present that you don't want, a venereal disease.
Right.
Would she be willing to get tested? You could both get tested. I know couples that have done that. And it's not a moral issue. It's more of a let's make sure we're both healthy, and it's just we get a clean check and we both feel good. It's like a gift to both of you. Would that help? Ooh, I don't know if I lost you or not.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
I have sexual fantasies. I even thought about a sex change, but I've been taught all this is wrong before marriage.
Okay, I may have missed some of what you said. You dropped out for a bit, so I was talking to you. You may not have heard me. So let me just catch you up. I was saying that if you're worried about venereal diseases, which was the last topic I heard you talking about,
right.
you could both get tested, and not as a moral issue, but more as just a health issue. Let's just make sure we have a clean slate, and then we'll both feel comfortable. It's giving us both assurance.
I know what I'm capable of doing.
Yeah.
I know I'm capable of myself becoming, quote, playboy, a male all playboy type guy, because I have a strong sex drive, and if I express it in public, I usually get in trouble.
What are you talking about that you get in trouble?
Well, I mean, you can't force sex upon another person, and I heard men think about sex more than women.
Okay, so you're not focused on the intimacy. See, people can have sex, and it can mean very different things to many people. For some people, it's just a sense of being accepted. For some people, it's power over women. I mean, it could be over men too. But if you feel inadequate and you feel like you need to get those notches on your belt to feel like you have some self-esteem, then you're making an error that will cost you. Because, go ahead.
I get pleasure out of sex. It's pleasurable. They say it's meant for husband and wife, but I like all the nudity I've seen. I'm capable of having all kinds of sexual fantasies lived out in real life.
Okay, so you're living them out in real life, and you're worried about VD, and I think you have good cause to worry about diseases. But let me deal with the psychological part, which is that the reason, if you're just living out sexual fantasies in real life, then you are missing out on one piece.
Right.
You want to guess what that is?
Hey, I got to interrupt this because we've got to pay some bills. 30 seconds, that's it. A very quick ad, and then Ellen will be back.
Romance. Ugh, I wish guys knew more about what we want from a relationship. Boy, I wish I knew more about what I want. Where's that ad I saw? Here it is. The Selfish Path to Romance. A serious romance guidebook. Download Chapter 1 for free at selfishromance.com and buy it at amazon.com. The Selfish Path to Romance. That is interesting.
If you're just living out sexual fantasies in real life, then you are missing out on one piece.
Right.
You want to guess what that is?
True happiness?
Yeah. Tell me about that.
Well, true happiness, I have a lot of contentment being single, but I want to have sex. I'm not scared of sex. I'm too scared.
Scared of what?
If I go out and get a girlfriend.
What will happen? What have you seen happen, and what do you project will happen to you?
I'm afraid that I'll end up dumped like women are sometimes by men, and I've been hurt by it, and I'm just that's a lot of people's problem besides mine, I understand, and I thought about going to a sex therapist even.
Okay, so it sounds like you're so afraid of intimacy, emotional intimacy, the connection with another person who you
Right.
love and value. You're so afraid of being burnt, dumped, or hurt in some way that you instead have carved out your life where your strategy is just to have random sex with random people, live out these fantasies. I mean, I'm not saying they're all random, but
Right.
you have a loose sex life and you miss out on happiness. So,
Well, I haven't been having sex for the last 4 or 5 years.
so you've been playing it safe.
Yeah.
Okay, and now you're clean enough, your slate's clean enough mental, or at least habit-wise, that you're
Right.
considering having a girlfriend.
Maybe 2. I'm serious.
Well, you have my producer laughing at that one. I hope he's not thinking it because he's my husband. But if you have 2 girlfriends,
I'm serious.
it's the same problem that you're just going to be creating the same problem. If your girlfriend came home and said, "Guess what, honey? I love you so much, Don. I love you dearly, and our sexual life is so wonderful that I want to have another man in my life just like you. I don't want to lose you, but I want another man too." What would you say?
I'd say probably knowing what I'm capable of doing and potentially doing, making money and having a pleasurable sexual life, to say, go for it.
Okay. You wouldn't be a little jealous that she's now getting more attracted to this other guy?
Not really, because I've been down that route before, and maybe I'm a little bit bitter and angry toward women or toward seeing nudity or seeing women all the time. Guys get sexually frustrated, from what I understand.
Okay, so notice that this is not romance, that if one of the outcomes if you're having a free sex life, in the past anyway, is that you're becoming bitter and angry and not happy and you're considering having a one-woman relationship. I did hear you say at one point changing gender.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having a married, maybe a single, and I just know what I'm capable of doing sexually. Yeah, it's not safe these days.
Okay, and that makes sense. That means you're actually starting to value your life more, and you're starting to look at your sexual life. I and another author have written a book called The Selfish Path to Romance, which will probably sound good to you, but it's not the selfish running roughshod over other people. It's a mutually cherishing one another. It is so rare and so hard to carve out a long-term marriage or partnership where you genuinely value the other person and they're your best buddy through life. Most people become bored with their partners or cynical, or you get the dumping, which you're afraid of. And instead of that, how do you go a different route? And I would highly recommend my book. It's Selfish Romance, and it's with Dr. Ed Locke, too. selfishromance.com.
I got it.
Right, and that would be an interesting read for yourself. It doesn't mean that you'll agree with it because you obviously have had a different habit built up, but at least it gives you something else on the menu, which would be a cherished relationship with one person that also fulfills. We have a whole section on sex in that, Don. Listen, thank you very much for your call, Don.
Thank you, Dr. Kenner.
You're welcome.
For more Dr. Kenner podcast, go to drkenner.com and please listen to this ad.
Here's an excerpt from The Selfish Path to Romance, the Serious Romance Guidebook by clinical psychologist Dr. Ellen Kenner and Dr. Edwin Locke.
When it comes to relatives or children, your partner comes first. Parents and in-laws must not become a source of marital resentment. If one's partner's parent constantly belittles the other partner or intrudes into the relationship, physically or emotionally, it's important to address the situation by speaking up, partner to partner and then partner to parent. Respectful boundaries must be set between partners and their parents. Suppose, as the husband in this situation, your mother is critical or mean to your wife. If so, it is your job to protect her. And the same goes with children. Never allow them to monopolize your attention at the expense of your partner.
You can download Chapter 1 for free by going to drkenner.com, and you can buy the book at amazon.com.